Music video of 2011. I know it's recent, but Earthquake, I like the video too.
Labrinth featuring Tinie, Tempah, Earthquake. Wicked video, but we're looking at a much higher budget, obviously, that they were working with for that video, and I think it's really disappointing if you get a high budget video and it comes back and it's a little bit and just samey, so it was good to see that video with a higher budget doing something a bit different and looking good.
Well, disappointing you or disappointing you, whichever title you prefer, innit? But it's Jargon V.A versus Tinie Tempah, and it's directed by a guy called Ian Pons-Jewell. It's got a sick intro, it's well shot, it's acted well, the cinematography is dope, it's just a fucking dope video, innit? I love the story of it basically because it's these two policemen that come into a council estate and they're like, oh look at these vermin. They're basically trying to treat the people in that neighbourhood as second class citizens, but then they come across a few youths and they try and pick on the youths, but then one of the youths has got a lucky dip. It looks like it's a lucky dip. So the policeman dips his finger in there, takes the dip, but it ends up being MDMA. So he goes on this kind of euphoric trip, and I just love the way he's going through the council estate that he tried to shit on and say that all these people were fucking second class citizens. Is the council estate, it ends up going through, oh it's so euphoric and oh everything's so lovely. It was fucking dopely well.
I was gonna say Earthquake as well, but kudos for getting Rupert Grint involved. Let's say Lego House, Ed Sheeran.
Sorry, no offense, yeah, but I don't get the Ed Sheeran thing. I'm just struggling to work out how he relates to being urban. That's all.
He doesn't.
If we're talking urban, I don't get why the fuck Ed Sheeran is included.
The features.
That doesn't mean shit to me. You can feature with as many people as you want to, but like I'm trying to see where his music fits into being urban.
It's almost soulful. That's why people like it. Before he like blew, when he did a lot of live shows, he'd always incorporate some kind of reggae backbeat or some. Yeah, he did it a lot. He'd do remixes, tractor. He incorporated a little bit of something that everyone would like. That's why he's so marketable.
Urban though.
Yeah, just because he likes urban music. Yeah. That's like saying Coldplay is urban because Chris Martin likes Jay-Z.
Maybe his album isn't urban, but as Ramel was saying, if you listen to the collection of music he's chosen to put out as an album, yeah, fair enough, you wouldn't listen to that and go, oh yeah, that's urban music. But if you'd watched him and listened to the stuff that he was doing previous, then you may have had a different point of view. And then you may have carried on to be a fan of him and listened to the stuff that he does.
I've seen him live, and when I say I don't think he's urban, no, before he came out. And you're right, but he still does indie style covers of these records. So to me, I think he's talented and I actually like his music, but
it's just clever marketing for me, man. That's just all it is. Due to that, I don't want to be sucked in to call him urban. That's all I'm saying. I'm just trying to be specific about what we're talking about.
My favourite video of the year was Styler featuring Smiler Killer. I thought that video was sick. It wasn't like a big budget video or anything, but I just like the concept of it. It kind of mocked the concept of so many other UK videos, which I think was good because I think the concept of typical kind of road rap videos are pretty tired, and I like that someone made a social comment on that. And I think it's disgusting they got banned as well. It's MTV that didn't want to play it. I don't know, it got banned basically because they actually got the whole comment wrong and they thought it was promoting gun violence when in actual fact it was making a social comment against gun violence. But yeah, it was a good video anyway. If you haven't watched it, watch that video.
Is it still available?
You can see it on YouTube. It's called Killer, K-I-L-L-A by Styler featuring Smiler.
The video I liked. Do you know what? I think I had a bit of a Krypton Conan crush over the summer. So I liked their Otis, but also liked Paranormal Activity when they got all the guys.
I hate that always video.
Oh, I liked it, it was cute.
I think she wanted 6 million people that viewed it.
I watched it a couple times actually.
I totally agree with Ramel London on the Krypton Conan front. Paranormal Activity, it was a really well done video. Everyone that was in it, by 1 or 2 people, got completely involved in it, but I've heard the reason they didn't get completely involved in it because they were brought in at the last minute. They didn't necessarily have a kind of gory outfit, but I just think they kind of went in on that video, so I'd have to say that's great.
Paranormal Activity, I like that. It was different. They were actually acting, they were playing up to it. You saw all the people that are coming up, and it was nice to see them all together because a lot of the time you think everyone's against each other, but no, it's actually nice.
Well, you know what? Maybe this is a point that motherfuckers in the UK need to step up the music videos because there's too much of this like standing in front of a camera and waving your hands and rapping. Maybe people need to be more conceptual with their shit. The reason why I left this one out is because I was debating like, does it fall into the category? Who knows? But fucking you lot can work it out. I can't remember the fucking group, but it's featuring Leo the Lion and it's called Raving with Coldplay. It's like a first person point of view video and it takes you through his day and a lot of interesting shit happens and I think it's dope the way it's shot. I think they're called ATKS, but it's featuring Leo the Lion and it's called Raving with Coldplay, and it's the way that video is shot in the first person point of view and it takes you through the day of this guy getting into all sorts of mischief and shit. Oh my god, that video is fucking dope.
K-Cook's new video. It's just
I was gonna say Skepta all over the house. I'm only joking, it's not. Black the Ripper, Do It Like Me. I like that video just because I think it's quite clever and there's not that much that happens. I just enjoy watching it. Just because we hadn't heard from him for a while, we hadn't seen him for a while, and he kind of came out with his hair all over the place and it was just a one shot, one take video. It was simple, it was straight to the point. And I think a lot of enjoying a video comes from the fact that you love the track as well. So if it's a track that you love, you kind of hope that the video is at least reasonable, but I think you have more appeal to the video and more love for the video if you really like the track.
Definitely a video I think that was really creative was the Rude Adams record, Killing With The Flow, and it featured Little D and Black the Ripper. That video was bad. Actually had a concept, which I thought was dope. It had somewhat of a concept, and I think both of those videos proved that you could convey a little bit of a message and you could have a little concept in your video without necessarily having a big budget. And so many of these other videos have got big budgets but don't necessarily have any concept, or there's no imagination put into them at all.
Obviously I brought Loki's soundtrack to the struggle. A lot of the time we get lost in the whole swag of things and it's about money, but Loki is actually trying to put across a message about power to us as individuals.
I got a call from one of the writers at The Guardian about actually doing a full story on it.
Wow.
Because of what I was tweeting, do you know what I mean? So in some ways nothing secret is a bad thing, but in other ways it's good that things like this can come to light just through regular people tweeting about it.